What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 22nd of July, and here we are at 355. Damn, it feels good. I swear it was just the other day, for months at a time, we were talking about being at 222, $2 itself. Here you are, all the way up at 355. Bravo. Bravo, XRP community. You're not done yet, okay? You got some unfinished business to do to the upside. I've seen it on X.com. I've seen some people comment. I don't know if they get it from me or if they're getting it from other people, if other people are saying the same thing, but I've started to see some people calling for $13 and above in their price predictions, which is pretty cool, because I very much do believe that we're going to go there. I think that we will see prices that are probably, if not at $13 higher, right? 14, 15, 16, $17, anything and everything in between. You're only at 355 right now. You have so much left to do. And you're just consolidating. You're chilling. Unfortunately, you're chilling, you're consolidating, you're not getting any red days. Your RSI doesn't have time or the capabilities to cool off when you're not getting red days. But, man, a little bit of volatility to start this day. You checked back. It doesn't look like you're going to get a red day here. I don't know if you're going to break out. I would think that you probably move back up. Maybe you get a fake out to some degree and then come down back to this 340 area, hopefully giving you a red day that can at least cool this RSI off a little bit. Give us a wick to the upside, give us a fake out high, and then come back down, close here with a higher low still. Give us a nice body to the downside so that we can regulate the RSI a little bit, But who cares? XRP doesn't care, man. XRP can stay up in the overbought zone as long as it wants. It just defies logic sometimes. And in these moves, that's kind of what it does, right? It only moves straight to the upside. You consolidate for like 4 days, 5 days, and then you move up more. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's caught on to this that's called this, so shaking things up a little bit might be what we're due for, right? Perhaps we do drop a little bit lower. Maybe we see prices that are as low. I doubt we go to like $3. We maybe as low as like 315, 314, something like that. Bitcoin's being a little bit volatile right now. We're just chilling. I'm actually anticipating that we do come back down to this this area here, probably below 117K, but time will tell. We'll see. I don't even want to get into it. But $3.55 right now. Looking pretty damn good, guys. Looking pretty good. 1 hour time frame here. The RSI is chilling. Wait, man, you look good, actually. Damn. It's a good looking 1 hour RSI. This would suggest that you move up higher. The one conniption I have here is, right, whenever you found support, you moved up. Whenever you found support here, you moved up. When you found support here, you moved up and down, right? A little bit different. Different behavior can beget different results. It absolutely can. So just be aware of that. And it's not a problem if XRP moves down. But I wouldn't be surprised from here if you move up. You look like you want to move up. That was a very bullish finish to the last candle that you had. 55 minutes left in this 1 hour, and you don't really have a wick to the downside. That does make me a little bit skeptical, but XRP is a beast, man. It can move up. Wouldn't surprise me if you came down. Again, I would very much expect that we do get a day that closes below 350. Is this the day that it happens? I don't know. I think today we could stand to see a new all-time high and then come down and close down there. But I would think at least 350, something like that. If we were to break this structure, I think that would be awesome. Because if XRP breaks this, understand that every person who thinks they know what they're talking about is drawing a line right here and saying, as long as we hold this, XRP is good. And then it breaks. And then it finds support where it found support before here on closing basis. Finds support down here. Finds support somewhere around 340 to 335. And everyone's like, oh no, it's the end of the world, because it broke this diagonal line that nobody cares about, right? It's the horizontal lines that you should be watching for. So I think that something in this range of, let's say, 341 to 335, somewhere in that area, that's where I think you'll go to find support, okay? You probably don't go below there, but even if you do, like 315 at the absolute lowest. But I doubt you even go below 335, honestly, to find support. Hopefully you get a day to close down there. That way you can at least cool off your RSI a little bit. But again, who cares? It's not a big deal. XRP doesn't care. That's for damn sure. This little double bottom here is making me think you might go down. Not going to lie. Making me think you might. Let's look at the 15-minute. It might be helpful there. Yeah, the 15-minute looks like it wants to go down. I'm not going to lie. That actually does kind of look right for a downward move. So maybe you do keep going down. Time will tell. You guys will know probably by the time you watch this. 4 hour time frame rejecting the overbought zone after getting overbought. Oh, man, it actually is suggesting that we go lower. Wow. Okay. And you got a double top clear as day. I changed my perspective today. You're not going to see a new all-time high. Absolutely not. You're probably going to go lower. In fact, the call that I will make right now is just what I just said. You're going to break this trend line. You're going to break it today, probably. If not today, then maybe tomorrow. But you're going to go down there at least. But you're probably going to break it today. Find support around 341 to 335. Consolidate maybe for a day or two down at that area, like by the end of today, if not tomorrow as well. And then from there, you can start moving up again. It's Tuesday, so maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, somewhere in that time frame, you'll be at new all-time highs again. You will see new all-time highs this week, absolutely. XRP is a freak whenever it wants to break out, man. But maybe for right now, you chill a little bit, come down. If I'm wrong, you guys will know soon enough. But let's just see if we can find an example of something like this happening. Let's see. Right, where you're getting overbought and then you're rejecting your overbought zone right here, right? Getting overbought nice and deep, and then you're rejecting your overbought zone. You even had a double top here. Look at what that brought. Now, I don't think it'll be this severe. That was from like 266 down to 228, 230. I don't think it's going to be that severe, but it could be. You never know. Yeah, look at what you're doing here, guys. You're doing something. And if you've been watching the channel, you know that we look for this on the RSIs, right? You got higher lows here. You've got higher highs here, and that's an uptrend. Bearish divergence to finish off the uptrend in the overbought zone, and then you turn your uptrend into a sideways trend, which inevitably turns into a downward sloping trend. However, I don't think this downward sloping trend, typically with downward trends, you expect them to end in the oversold zone. Maybe you get there, maybe. If that's the case, man, you're going to consolidate all week. You're not going to move up by the end of this week. You're going to consolidate all week. But I have a feeling you'll probably find support at the 40 area like you did back here, 40 to 35 area in your RSI. So nothing too crazy. That's my expectation. But at the end of the day, guys, we got a lot higher prices in mind. We're not worried about this little stuff, right? I hope that everybody who's in XRP right now, you have been in XRP for months, weeks, more than just this move here. Because if you have, you understand that this little move to the downside is completely non-consequential at all, inconsequential. From a high to a low, that was not the low. I tried, but come on, there we go, to the low. High to low. Expectation is that we go down to, or up, I'm sorry, to about 1132 to 1637. I'm thinking somewhere in this area, personally, what we call the money zone, 3113 to the 2886, that's the money zone. I think that's where you'll top off. And when will you top it off? Probably sometime in August. I'm thinking between the 18th of August to the 25th of August, somewhere in that time frame. Very specific time frame, which I don't normally give that specific time frame. I'll normally say like the end or the beginning, but 18th to the 25th, I have reasons to believe that. But just because I say that, man, I've been wrong. I'm wrong often enough with price predictions, let alone time frame predictions, right? Like I thought this move would be happening months ago, right? But it's happening. It's going to happen. And whether it happens here or it happens here, I have a feeling that anybody who bought along the way doesn't really care when it happens. You had more time to accumulate. I'm sure there's only more wealth being generated for people if they continue to accumulate here. I'm sure that whether it's in August or September, it's not going to matter, even though I was calling for this same exact move to happen in June. We delayed. And maybe Trump had something to do with that. Maybe Israel, Iran had something to do with that. Maybe the tariffs, who knows? But I think it was just the market was consolidating. We weren't moving up yet. And really what I think it is we were waiting for these bullish events to happen in July. And you guys remember me talking about that, right? We talked about that a lot actually in June and in May, that there were a lot of bullish events going on in July, and I thought July would be a banger of a month. I just thought we'd already been moving up by then, but who cares, right? You're doing it. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It matters if you're making money, and if you took the time to accumulate, you're making money. If you're accumulating now, even if the price drops, you're going to make some money, man. I mean, how much are we talking about here? I mean, XRP could drop down to $3.10. You're going to drop 11%? I doubt it. I doubt you drop that much. I'm just saying it could. If it wanted to, okay, it drops that much, 11%, boo-hoo. The amount of upside that you have is like $13 at a minimum, right? I guess it's a 3.7x even from here. And in what probably takes a month or less, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. 4x even? 4x is very possible. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Very bullish chart with XRP. You're just probably going to chill for a little bit. It may be the rest of this week. Maybe you chill for the rest of this week, but I would at least think today, if not today and tomorrow, if not this whole week. And then sometime either late this week or next week, you'll start moving up again. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your mothers. Bye-bye.